Hello, this is Kiro talking, and today I'm making a friendly introduction to KRITA, but before we start, I didn't want this video to be too long, even though I think it will be too long. Anyway, if I didn't cover something that you may be interested about KRITA, please leave me the comments below and I'll try to bring it up on my future videos. Also, if you enjoy what I'm doing and want to support me for free, please hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel because it helps me a lot and also it keeps me so motivated to do more. And I think that's it. Thank you so much, and let's get started. First of all, KRITA is a professional free and open source painting program. It has a variety of tools, brushes for sketching, painting, great for digital artists. And it's also available for Linux, Windows, and Mac OS. And it's compatible with lots of tablets and stylus pen. And if you ask me, that's great. You can download KRITA on their official website, or you can do like me and purchase the app on a Microsoft store. In this way, the money is going to support the developers, but you can also do donations on their official website. So if you enjoy using KRITA like me and can support them, I highly recommend you to do so. So I'll leave the official website link down below, and so you can check it out. So let's create a new file. We're gonna click in here. And here we can see many options that KRITA offered to us from the beginning, but let's focus on the custom document. So we have two tabs in here. We can see dimensions and content. In dimensions, we have predefined, which is predefined canvas sizes right here, but you can create your own just choosing the width and the height right here, and also the resolution. And if you want to save your custom canvas, you can click in here, write a name, and click on save. And next time you open KRITA, it will show up on the predefined canvas right here. On the content tab, we can see the name, which we are going to just create a name for the file, like Carol file. On the layers, we can see the number of layers we want to start in our document. I normally choose 2 layers. And the background color, we choose the color from our background. So you can use white or any color you want. Just hit OK right here. And we are all set. We are ready to go. Let's create. So right here from the beginning, we see that KRITA gave to us 2 layers. One is transparent and the other one is colored, which is our background. The background is by default locked, so it prevents us to be drawing in it. Right down here, we can see the plus symbol and the arrow. So if we click on the arrow, we're going to see the options of layers we can create later. But I'm not be focusing on the layers right now. I'm going to do a video just about layers in the future. But by default, when you click on the plus sign here, we're going to create a paint layer. Let me just show you right here. Okay. So if you want to change the language of KRITA, you can access settings, switch application language, and then you can choose the language you may want in here. And then you hit OK. And after you hit OK, KRITA will be needed to restart. So keep that in mind. Honestly, I rather use KRITA in English because it's easier to find information about KRITA features on the internet, but it's totally up to you. So in regards to the interface, we can see here the panels right here. We can move them around by clicking right here. And then we can just put them, reorganize them right here. We can change the order right here. And if we want to add panels to our interface, we're going to access settings, dockers. And right here, we're going to see the options we have. Let's add patterns, for example. So as you can see, patterns came to here, but we can move it around too, like this, right here. So if we want to save the interface that is better for us to work, we can go right here, and this little bottom here is our workspace. As you can see here, we have some predefined default workspace. We have animation, we have big paint. If we want to save the interface that we just created, we just type a name in here and click on the save. But let's just go back to Caroljy default, which is which is my choice of interface right here. Okay, good. So let's configure toolbars. To configure the toolbars, we're going to access Settings, Configure Toolbars, and here we can choose the toolbar we want to add to our panels, to our interface, actually. So let's see Lock. So if we want to add Lock to our interface, we're going to select it, click on the arrow right here, and apply. So we can see that Lock show it up right here. But if you want to remove it, we can just leave it selected and click on this arrow right here and apply. So it goes back to the normal. And after you're done with your changes, just hit OK. Let's now configure shortcuts. We're going to access Settings, Configure KRITA, and then we're going to be overwhelmed of so many things that we can configure, but let's just focus on the keyboard shortcuts. So keyboard shortcuts, we're going to see down here, 2 shortcuts. And here we can select the tools we want to create a shortcut or change it. For example, Assistant tool, there is no shortcut. We can click on it. And instead of choosing by default, we just click on Custom, click here on None, and input a shortcut that we may want. And after we're done changing our shortcuts, we just hit OK, and we're ready to go. Let's talk about Canvas Only now. So if you press Tab, you're going to see that the interface change, and it just show up the canvas right here. And if we press Tab again, we're going back to the main interface. But how do we configure it? We're going to go to the Settings, Configure KRITA. Down here, we can see Canvas Only. And when we click on it, we're going to see the boxes checked. These boxes, they're checked with the things that I want to hide from on Canvas Only mode, right? So if by any chance I want, for example, to keep my toolbars and palettes showing on the Canvas Only, I can just uncheck it and then hit OK. And now when I tap the tab, now I can see my tools and my palettes right here. Regarding to the Freehand Brush tool, to enlarge the tip, you can just hold Shift and click on it. This way you can make it bigger or smaller, like this. To rotate the canvas, we can press 6 and 4. To rotate to the right side, press 6. To rotate to the left side, 4. And if we want the canvas to go to the original orientation, we just press 5. To use the Popup Palette, we use the right click on the mouse. So here we can change the color, we can choose different brushes. And I think that's it.